Solar Crisis was released in 1990. This is directed by Richard C. Sarafian, and we have a screenplay from Joe Gannon and Teddy Sarafian, and we have a cast including Tim Matheson, Charlton Heston, Peter Boyle. It's because of Peter Boyle that I became aware of this, and I read the description and thought this doesn't really sound like my kind of thing. But that being said, I do occasionally watch films that aren't for me, and I end up really liking them, so it could have gone either way. But having now watched it, I can confirm that I didn't really care for this. There's nothing really wrong with it. Visually, it's quite satisfying. The performances are very good. I just found it to be a little bit boring. It's about a solar flare that is going to, well, affect Earth really badly. And some astronauts have to head towards the sun to try and stop this. And as a concept, I don't hate it, but it's definitely not my kind of story. But as I said, I could have really enjoyed it. And there are aspects of the film that I thought were done right. We have some great performances. Visually, as I said, it is quite appealing. It looks quite good. The characters are quite well written, quite interesting. For me, the story just wasn't that fascinating. And to give some more information, just in case it's a personal preference thing, according to IMDb, it has a total average rating of 4.1 out of 10 across 2.2 thousand reviews and ratings. So it's not the largest pool of opinions, but in general, it doesn't seem to be the most well received. So that's worth bearing in mind because I will recommend it if it sounds like a film for you, but with the caveat that I didn't love it, maybe down to personal preference. But if it is your kind of film and you watch it and you decide that actually the narrative just isn't very well executed, I'd be very keen to hear that. So in general, I didn't hate the experience. There were aspects of it that I thought were quite well done. But for me, Solar Crisis just wasn't that interesting as a narrative. But good performances, good cast, visually quite satisfying. It just wasn't a great experience. But if it sounds like a film for you, then I'm happy enough to recommend it, and I'd love to know what you think of it. But for me, it just wasn't that satisfying.